Hi there.
Hi, I'm Phaedra.
I'm Jay.
And do you want to?
Well, we're going to be going over the third part of Dr. Steve Pieczenik's videos that he gave, giving information about the scandal and everything that's going on with one of our candidates, Clinton, this year.
Hillary Clinton, of course.
So we're going to listen to a bit of what he has to say in this third take, and we're going to give you a little bit of insight of how we feel as Americans, and maybe give you some insight into, or should I say not insight, but some more information to base your decisions off of this year on November 8th, or even before then when you vote. So here we go with his third video.
I just want to make sure. We want to make sure everybody sees this. You know, it's like this information has to get out.
We want you 100% informed.
Media is not informing us about any of this stuff, so we are bringing it, more out in the public.
And let them know why.
This is the moment of American revolution.
Mainstream media is not going to share this with you because our corrupt candidate, Clinton, has ties with all of them, and most of them are on her payroll.
Yeah.
So they're not going to share this information with you. So we hope that this information gives you a better outlook on your decision and what you choose to do this year in this historical election.
It's very historical.
2016 year
Steve
historical election.
Pieczenik on YouTube does a lot of talking about it.
And here we go with his third video. I hope you guys enjoy this.
I'm Dr. Steve Pieczenik. I wanted to talk to you, the American people, about the next 5 days in our republic.
He's got that doctory, comforty.
For the most part, many of you have understood.
He's like the guy on National Geographic that tells you about the stars and stuff. You know, the guy that narrates?
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Regarding the American Republic. As we've talked before, there was a counter coup initiated by those of us in the intelligence community, the FBI.
There's no reason why we should have to form counter coups against the person that wants to be our president.
We're
one big family. We've got to come together and treat each other well.
That coup came out.
Not to her, because she's one of the 1%ers, and they're their own family, and they want to be the only family. If she could exclude all of us today, I believe she would.
Supposedly, this new world order is about, killing a lot of people, like the population. They wanted to shrink.
It's a genocide.
It's a genocide. I don't know what they're, what fun is that?
And the genocide started with the blacks in the Obama administration. We had more blacks killed. Well, we had a black president than we've ever had during any Caucasian or any other race president. So the genocide will just continue once we get Clinton, or hopefully not Clinton. But yeah, here we go.
Not through bullets or guns or tanks or soldiers. It came out through the egress of countless numbers of emails, literally in the thousands,
the fact that this
were
was
exposed
done online.
by many of our friends
that's been
in the government
operating online,
who were concerned about the nature of the republic.
They're pretty much like RICO. They're an organized crime squad that's been operating online.
The next 5 days are important because I want you to
commit perjury. They should be filed away with RICO.
Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that in the past, we had interruptions that were either initiated within the government or occurred because of other reasons. Let me give you an example. When I worked with Nixon in the Nixon administration, we initiated what was called the soft coup. Basically, Nixon was incapacitated.
People liked Nixon. People of that day liked Nixon.
We thank Henry Kissinger, who was Secretary of State, and literally held
were better back
the country together.
Right, exactly. That's why I said people of that day liked Nixon.
Which allowed us to maintain our supremacy.
Really, who do you think was the last president that had a majority
George Bush,
acceptance from Americans? Carter?
No, he wasn't accepted by
Who do you think had, I'm just saying in general, by American citizens, who do you think was accepted and loved? Like, what president would you say was accepted and loved the most, like, historically, like, really?
I would almost say Obama's in the very beginning. He was much loved until he, hired all the corporate guys and started killing kids with drones and bombing places. And
you believe he was like more marginally loved than some of our previous presidents?
I loved Obama. You know, it's like
No, I'm not saying in a personal sense. I'm saying and as far as like the majority, like we're more
Like
majority, because
America got
Obama was
behind the
very
president.
split. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, because I've been around I can remember Obama, I can remember Clinton, I can remember Bush, I can remember the first Bush, and I think that's about as long as the many presidents that I've been alive for. And not in any time of my years on this earth has there just been what I've learned about historically, the type of love that some people used to have for the president.
I think we had it
In
for
the old
Bernie.
days.
You know, we would have had it for Bernie. I think.
I agree.
I think
I agree with that.
everybody in America would have come to love him the way the Berners love him, but
Instead,
they cheated.
people cheated him, and now you have
Now we
this.
have a pedophile.
A pedophile, a scammer,
the
a organized
American
crime leader,
presidential-
the leader of an organized crime mob. That's what we
Yes.
have as our
Who
candidate.
takes full advantage.
Of you.
President Sr. took over, and with George Bush Sr. and Baker, we were able to
George
maintain
Bush Sr. wasn't no better than George
continuity
Bush
of the
Jr.
Republic. And what I'm talking to you about now is the importance for all of us to think very seriously about the institutions that we have, the institutions
It's
that
time
we
for us to
don't particularly
redo
like
this
and
country.
want to take
We have to
over.
stand up and make
But
a
at the
change.
same time, we have to be very
we the
careful
people,
that
have to
we
stand
do
up and
not
make a
rip
change.
apart the fabric of
That
this
hateful,
republic.
money-centered
And what do I mean
attitude,
by
that's
that?
got to go. We got
I
to
mean
get some
that we
love,
don't need
treating each other
guns,
like family,
we don't need
having each
violence.
other's
We
back.
need a
Monopoly's a game, it's
responsible
not life.
protest, as we have seen on behalf of the people who work with Trump, believe in Trump, and others who are independents, who believe in Bernie Sanders, and who wanted Bernie Sanders.
I have to say this because this is something that I've shared with you.
Okay.
I'm not pro-Trump, I'm not anti-Trump, nothing. But today, how I feel, I just have to say this for all of you guys to hear my opinion. Yeah, I would rather vote for Trump, not because I'm pro-Trump, but I am so anti-Hillary. I'd rather go the direction that I feel like is going to protect me from Clinton. Any of the Clintons, please save us from the Clintons.
Save us from the Clintons.
Anybody but a Clinton.
And I was a hardcore Bernie person. I was a
Burner.
here in Nevada, and of course, and then I went to Jill after Bernie wasn't leading us anymore.
And you're at the DNC, so
I went to
we're
the
fighting
DNC.
for Bernie.
I interviewed 100 people on video, burner people, and guess what? I can't vote in Nevada because Bernie's not on the ballot, and Jill was cheated from being on the ballot here in Nevada by one of the Clinton operatives.
So it's a Clinton crime.
So who do I vote for?
So
I
it's a
can
Clinton
press-
scandal that stops something.
As always it is, and it's like I can put none of the above, like that's their little funny thing that we're supposed to be able to
Takes
put.
your
But
voice.
I wanted Bernie.
Yeah, it takes
it's
your
like
voice
all this
away.
work I
That's
did
the
for
whole-
Bernie, and I love Jill. It's like
And then so
none of the above.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
not
So
who I really picked.
none of these candidates. It's like, oh, so you just pretty much canceled my voice for me. I didn't even.
Basically, yeah.
You canceled my voice before the
Yeah.
choices even were presented.
Mm-hmm.
So unfair, of course. Here we go.
Is to come in. That's a natural sequence for the Republic, and it's an important element of dissent within our Republic. If we were to go out and agitate and create havoc in the streets, we would be counterproductive. Why?
Right.
Because the world would look
Change
at us
with
and say,
love,
"Look,
not
we're no
with
better than a
violence."
Love is a
third-rate
real
republic like
practical level
Panama
power.
or Venezuela. In
Love
effect,
is the powerful
what's
message
happening
here. It really is.
Because of the bravery of many men and women in the FBI, the CIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, the National Security Agency, and many others within the 15 intelligence bureaus. They've come forth and they've said, we want to maintain the integrity of the Republic, and we will
They
do
didn't like
that
what
in a
Comey
peaceful
did.
way.
They didn't like how he let her
I
on,
share that
and they
point of view.
rebelled.
When I say that there's a coup,
You know what? I
not
agree with
mean
that.
that
You know,
you kill
that
people.
was wrong. That I feel
Yeah.
like they, you know, and now I recently in the news when he first announced it, they talk about, oh well, you know, one day when they let her off, oh the Democrats love him and the Republicans hate him, and now that she's back on charges that she should have never been let off in the first place, now all the Republicans love him and the Democrats hate him, and it's like, well, what did you guys do during the first investigation? This is the Federal Bureau of Investigations. They don't usually touch a crime unless they know for sure they have a case. So how did the first case get dropped in the first place for you to have to come open up a second case? Or should I say reopen the same case, pretty much?
Well, now we know
because they should have looked further.
Right. Well, now we know that Comey is linked to the Clintons, and he's, worked for corporations that support the Clintons, and he's got ties, and, it's just so incestuous. The government and the Clinton campaign and the media, they're all in it together. And we've got to take that apart because they're only doing stuff for themselves. They've forgotten the American people.
They're not for the people.
No, not at all.
Or you go out and you create agitation, propaganda, and fire in the streets, and disrupt the everyday work life of America.
That's what the Clintons do every day.
I sent you a link to this
disrupt
Project
any activities which
is these guys went undercover in a Clinton PAC, super PAC, and they found out that they coordinate to go to Trump rallies and start fights. And they pay these people up to $3,000 or something to start fights in the line.
Literally, they are a highly organized crime circle. They should be indicted on RICO, perjury, and so many other things. They are an organized crime. They are a gang. They are America's worst gang right now. They talk about all these street gangs. No, the biggest gang problem we have currently in this nation is politics.
Not beneficial.
And the corporations that are linked.
The 1% corporations.
The American public. And when the American public was disturbed by what
we need to get back to fighting for the American public.
With regards to Hillary and Bill Clinton and Podesta and Uma Abedin.
And a whole bunch of criminals.
I want to thank the Trump family for having come forth and offered their services to this country. They didn't have to.
I'm not
they were not a political family.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm not pro-Trump, but guess what? I'm completely anti-Clinton, and I would any day rather a Trump than a Clinton.
Yeah, me too.
Clinton, we might not see many years after this. She might contaminate everybody's water.
At the same time, he's not a sinner. Yeah. He is someone who expresses.
She might detonate the nuclear right here without even launching it.
Talks about it.
No, I'm saying she might not even launch it into anybody else. She might just detonate it while she's off on Air Force One on one of her cruises to the Kitty Island where she takes advantage of children.
Unfortunate from my point of view because I had a lot of respect for him. I saw him give a speech in Warner, New Hampshire, and I really admired what he had done. And on both ends, with Bernie Sanders and Trump, we had a very effective dissent in this modern age in the 21st century. But remember, corruption will be part of any hierarchical system, no matter where you go.
It'll always be a part, but it does not have to be the entirety. We're not all have to be. We do not all have to be corrupt. And in a Clinton ran country, we're ran by a complete system of corruption.
With the Clinton Foundation and the Clinton individuals, we had so much corruption.
So much corruption in their foundation. What can you build on a faulty foundation? Everything's going to crumble.
Part of that corruption.
There are 5 FBI investigations.
So in effect, you have to think of this revolution
from pedophilia to everything else.
Between the 1990s and 2016, when Bill Clinton first came in, stole the election, and then the Bushes
and there was scandal when he was the president.
Oh, absolutely. And now we, the people, are taking away.
We, the people, we have to fight. We, for us. We, the people, fight for us.
Together and fight.
I want to thank you all on behalf of myself and those of us who serve this country to continue to serve.
Those of you that serve, thank you for serving.
In a civilian and a military fashion.
But if you take Hillary. Who knows what's going to happen to those that serve us? She'll send them out there on her own missions and battles that we don't even need to be in.
She's already talking about
World War III. She wants to create World War III.
She wants to start World War III.
That's part of what makes us so great. But
stand up for those that fight for us. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for us, each, all of us as American citizens. Make a smart vote this year.
Or in an agitated way.
What I love about Steve Pieczenik is he's
express our dissent.
He's saying the things that we need somebody in a position of authority to be thinking and saying. Like, we've been listening to these crazy people who are going, oh, nothing's wrong.
Crazy people that have convinced the uninformed that they're not crazy, though.
Right. They're like super evil and, you know, duplicitous, and they're trying to brainwash us. And so many people are falling for it. It's unreal. But I love Steve because he gets what's happening, and he's telling us there is a solution, and it's going to be peaceful, and we're working on it at the FBI.
And as he just said at the end, I don't know if you could hear it or if you heard it, he said, don't go out into the world and express or demonstrate your irritation for what's going on in politics in an agitated way or in a malicious way.
Right.
The best way that you can express and demonstrate how you feel about what's going on in politics, and the best way that you can try to change what's going on in politics, is to place your vote. If you can vote, if you're a registered voter, you get out there and you vote. Vote. That's how we make a change. That's the only way we have a chance to make a change.
Okay, but I also have to add, the whole electoral fraud sort of renders our votes worthless, because Clinton's friend Soros owns voting machines in 16 states, and they also have all kinds of other ways to cheat. You know, there's a movie called what's that movie's name? I can't remember.
I agree with you on that, all the electoral fraud, but guess what? When there's so much votes, I mean, you can only defraud so much before it's just like, well, we know this isn't how this actually turns out. This is complete fraud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the more you vote, the higher the voting numbers are, the better chance we have to keep a better count, because we know what we vote for. So if you see something that's just completely outlandish, you know it's fraud. Don't be fooled. They've already tried to fool us enough. Be smart. Stand up for yourselves. Be strong citizens. Be strong Americans. We have to restore America back to what it is supposed to be.
America.
We're supposed to be the number one country.
I know.
We're supposed to be like the leading country of all the countries on this planet. And why does it feel like we're third world here?
We got taken over by evil, crazy people. But we got to get it back.
Fight. We the people. Vote, guys. Go out. Make sure you vote before November 8th. And we'll come back with more information on these politics, the scandals, and whatever else may go on in life. We'll come back to share our insight. And we hope you guys enjoyed these videos. Thank you.
Bye, guys.